I spent the morning at Tiong Bahru Estate with Alvin Yeo, who has been writing a blog on the estate for 1.5 years. He grew up in that estate and has fond memories that he wanted to share with others.
People to know more about this Tiong Bahru Estate, because about 2 years ago, where there's this en bloc fever, a lot of people are saying that this place is ought to be knocked down. It's very valuable, and I realized that people usually don't treasure a place if they don't have enough information of this estate. So I was trying to introduce more information so that people will actually know the historical background of this place. And the more people know, the more people will treasure this estate. That's what I hope the blogging will do.
Let's say in Singapore, what is your idea of vibrancy?
Well, it depends which age group you're at.
Okay, yeah.
Vibrant place, the first thing that comes to my mind is probably, okay, I'm not sure whether it's right.
No problem.
Orchard, Clarke Quay, where people hang out and there's lots of loud music, a lot of activities going on. So most people think a vibrant place is something like this, where it's noisy, people just naturally gravitate there and just want to hang out.
Would you consider Tiong Bahru a vibrant place? Is there a vibrant place in your books?
I think the mix here is just right. The vibrant part is probably people coming here to look for food, and they are confined to a certain part of the estate. But the majority of the estate is purely residential. So most people like it that way, because if it's too vibrant, then the nature of the estate changes. In this case, the kind of vibrancy we're talking about is probably more the neighborliness. We know each other, we actually even visit each other in the homes, we hang out in the market, we have meals together. Like sometimes even we have meals halfway, someone comes along, hey, come just join us. Yeah. So it's something which I don't think is very rampant in other estates. Yeah. I was staying at block 53.
Okay.
Where the bird corner is.
Yeah.
So every day, I was quite fortunate I can actually run down and see what the uncles are doing, But I have no idea what they were doing with the birds. I actually go there and play marble. Yeah. So that was how long, and then I also end up in the big drain catching fishes and things like that. Even for this market itself, it also evolved bottom up. In the past, in Tiong Bahru Estate, there was no Tiong Bahru market. There was a lot of street hawkers who recognized that, hey, the residents here actually needs food, actually needs vegetables, and there was no such facilities. So what happened is they were actually selling food, everything illegally. And then, obviously, they were hunted down by the authorities. Then eventually, they all banded together and they asked the authority, hey, can we have a proper place to sell our food and stuff? And that's how Tiong Bahru Market came about.
Okay.
So it was actually not some government who thought that, I think they need a market. It was actually the hawkers themselves, the street hawkers themselves, that engaged the government and say, hey, should we have a place like this? So these are examples of bottom-up initiative. Glutton Square, even the one at Lau Pa Sat, where they closed off the road for dining. It was actually, they were actually using previous experience, like the Glutton Square in opposite Centre Point. Right. So they're trying to replicate that kind of experience, where I think it evolved naturally in the past. But now they are just trying to replicate it, and they do it in all these areas. And naturally, because people are being nostalgic, they want some open air dining. But the mix is all very controlled.
With its unique pre-war and Art Deco buildings, the estate has been attracting a different set of residents that are quite different from its traditional demographics.
Because otherwise, most people just think that this place is full of old people. If you do Wikipedia, right, they say this place is the place for old people, which is not true right now. With the artists coming in, definitely they will add another dimension to the neighborhood. They will... in fact, the way they do up their homes and they have parties, because they are so house proud, it kind of changed the perception of people who visit Tiong Bahru and get a chance to view the flats. And definitely they will add value to the place and increase the vibrancy of this place.
Oh, I see.
Well, the artistic people probably are one of those first groups that came in and set up homes here. Probably it's not a normal kind of HDB where they feel very boxed up. Here, they still feel that there's enough space for them to be creative. And yeah, I think they enjoy the breathing space, the low density, that they can actually chill out and get creative.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
This unique environment, that unique in Singapore, actually maybe perhaps even in Southeast Asia, because the whole estate is actually built during the British administration and it's still intact. Recently, end of last year, they actually wanted to repaint the place. So the town council actually proposed 4 colors. Right? If it's in any other estate, they just put up any proposal. Most people will just accept the colors. But here, no. They actually form a committee to engage the town council. And some residents even went to do research on how the Art Deco flats colors should be and how true we should be in repainting this place. So they actually came up with their own proposal, engaged the town council. Town council was kind enough and patient enough to listen, and they are adopting what the committee that was formed solely for this purpose to paint the colors. So that's something which the sense of belonging, the sense of ownership from the owners is very, very strong over here. And that's something which I am very, very proud of to be part of this estate.
Yeah, how are you? Yeah, okay. Happy New Year.
And we visit a corner provisioner shop that has been around since 1948. Mr. Rodney Goh is the 3rd generation running the shop.
Unique, because everybody knows everybody. The neighbors, we know each other. We know who gets married, who give birth, who move out, and it's still a very kampung spirit.
And the kampong spirit is indeed very much alive when you bump into one of the estate's more unique residents.
You're very lucky. You don't always see this fellow come out, no? Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this is a resident of Tiong Bahru. He always mingle around here. Yeah, he's always around this block 78. This is exclusive territory.
So do you consider this place a vibrant place in Singapore?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because now a lot of yuppies now they are moving in. You see a lot of youngsters they come in, and then in the afternoon you see young people they walk their dogs in Tiong Bahru, and then you see the old ladies in the garden there sitting there and enjoying the chit chat. Then the young people also having their coffee and tea in the market. Yeah, there's a mix, young and old. Last time it used to be a very old estate. Now be a young couple moving in, and see all the flats are all young people. They make their flats they redo the whole flats. You can't see you can see a lot of difference.
The estate comprises pre-war flats that are large by today's standards and comes with air wells. There is a certain sense of respect for the collective memories of the residents and the buildings.
This enters the car park, and you have these two units hanging in the car park. This chat still in very original, intact. Yeah, this one is still original. These are still original.
Amazing. The white ones?
Yeah. These are still original.
Oh,
yeah. That's
wow.
Right. This is
30 over years?
No.
40.
50 over years.
50 over years.
1940s. They built in 1949 or 48. Yeah, so about 60 years.
60 years?
Yes. This is all original. Yeah, still is an added feature. This one is you see this design. This one is fabricated most probably in the 1960s.
60s?
Yeah, when they just in the 1960s. You see this design because now they don't make this design. Yeah.
So it feels like there's layer and layer of history.
Yeah.
60s and then the 40s.
Yeah, this is the 1950s.
Yeah.
And this one is the 60s. You see, this is actually we are on a slope. No? As we go up is sloping down to Outram Road, to the main road, Outram Bahru Road.
Okay.
During the 1960s, 70s, whenever it rains, the rain will fall, and then there are always flood along Tiong Bahru Road. Swimming pool in front of your house.
Yeah, nowadays we don't have flooding things, so it's like kind of
Yeah, no more. When you're young, you see a lot of extra. You see the mini swimming pool. Yeah.
That's true.
Then the fish will actually come out from because they get the shade.
Yeah, that's right.
Nowadays, no such things.
No more already. The government spend millions of dollars.
Everything is too organized.
Too organized, too very efficient, right? Isn't it? Yeah.
Too predictable.
Too sanitized also.
Very
See?
Residents most enjoy the neighborliness and the green space, offering them an enclave of peace and charm at the city fringe.
Hi, taking up your wife, huh? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, they're from Radio TV.
SPH, Straits Times, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just doing a story. Yeah.
Singapore is not very big. We have to maximize our land use. So we have a lot of places coming up, adding the vibrancy. Suddenly you have F1, you have all these things coming up. I think it's on the world map lah.
Would you consider then Tiong Bahru a vibrant place in Singapore?
I think Tiong Bahru is nice. I think the whole area is nice, and I think to conserve this area, I think it's beautiful. It's got quite a rich history, and then it's quite quaint. You come out, you don't see smack in front of your face, 20-story, 30-story flats. I mean, you don't live in pigeonholes, you see. But the problem is the land, the houses here, the plans here are not what developers would design these days because it's very costly. Very costly. Yeah. It's vibrant in a different way. I think each place has its own spirit, has its own spirit that cannot be taken away. In architecture terms, they call it genius loci. So it has its own spirit, own authenticity. You cannot compare Hong Kong and Singapore. In terms of economic progress, financial institutions, yes, you can. But in terms of the spirit, it's different. It's very different. Each has its own merits. Very strong. Yeah.
So Tiong Bahru is vibrant in its own way.
In its own subtle, quiet way. And I think I would say vibrant in the sense that there are lots of pubs, that kind of vibrancy. I think in a more serene, more full of repose and quiet. There's a certain sense of peace, especially when you go deeper into Tiong Bahru. Yeah, along the front, I think small eateries. I think it's a good mix. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, every Saturday, you have problem moving around because the roads are tight. Vehicles congregate here from all over Singapore to market here, and residents complain. But the actual fact is that this is vibrancy. You see, it gives life to the place. So we can't find parking lots, this, that, but this is actually what vibrancy. Would you rather a dead space, a dead place? No.
There are suggestions to convert some of the pre-war bomb shelters into an art enclave. But for now, residents are doing all they can to keep the precious memories alive in the community. And now we move from the heartland to the city, where Celene will show us where the youths hang out and what makes these places so vibrant.